another Parts Factory installation tutorial video. Today we're working on this Holden Captiva. We're going to be fitting an outer door handle, and look, it's a pretty straightforward job. Realistically, there's a little screw in the side of the door which I'll show you. You can literally pop the cap off, slide the door handle out, chuck your new one back in, and that's literally it. Now before we do get started, I will let you know we have this product available on our website at www.partsfactoryoz.com.au. We offer free express post Australia-wide, so no matter where you are, you're going to be getting these handles overnight. We all know how important it is to be able to enter your vehicle from the outside without having to leave your window down and, you know, exposing security. Guys, here at Parts Factory, we do these types of videos all the time. So if you are interested in learning how to install car parts onto your vehicles, say you are a buyer and seller of cars, etc., etc., make sure you like and then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Alrighty guys, so look, I'm expecting this job to take about 15 minutes. Let's get straight into it, eh? Okay, the good news is, contrary to most designs, you don't have to take the inner door skin off. Now, if you have a look over this side of the door, just along the bit that actually you can't see when the door's shut, you'll see this black cap here. Now, in order to access into that area, you just want to pop off with a flathead screwdriver, pop off this black cap, just like that. There's not many working screws, so I'm going to chuck that in my pocket. And then you want to use a Torx bit to enter into this hole in here. And you'll note that there's one screw. Turn that counterclockwise, leave the screw in there. At this point, you can bring your door, close it a bit, and then you can actually pull this cap out. Now, you may have only snapped your actual door handle itself, and you might not have any problems with the key, the lock barrel cover. But if you do, yours has fallen off or you're missing it, then the next step would then be to remove this cap off this lock barrel assembly. You just simply use a flathead, you jam the flathead in the top, twist, and that lock barrel will split from the cap. And that is it. Okay, so you've removed your lock barrel, it's out of the way to the side. That means you can then just slide that door handle out just like that, nice and straightforward. Right, so we've removed the door handle from the outside of the door. Hopefully by now you have your replacement door handle ready to go. Your old one's probably snapped at one of these points. So you might not even have to follow that entire procedure. As long as you get that lock barrel out, you can, if your door handle's off, falling on the ground, whatever, now that's the point where we're now gonna chuck it back in, basically the same way, just in reverse. Now, before we go any further, I'll chuck the link up on the screen. If you haven't got your replacement door handle, check out our website. I think they're about $43.30. From Genuine, you're looking at 150 bucks, Holden, GM products. From us, $43.30 free delivery, so make sure you check it out. By the way guys, just before we go any further, I will say it would be nice if you could follow us on Parts Factory Oz Instagram. I'll chuck the username up on the screen. We're doing raffles, giveaways per each week. We've got installation tutorial videos listed all over that. We have our product review section. So now we're going to reinstall the door handle back into the door. Now I'll be reinstalling mine. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's pretty straightforward. You literally just want to put the two ends in at the same time. You'll feel it kind of go in kind of like a zigzag. Tuck in the front first. Zigzag it across, and then you can hear there an audible click as it comes this direction, and that's now a functioning door handle. So obviously now we've got to reinstall our lock cap. If it's not done properly, then you will have basically security issues. The lock cap is actually the thing that stops anybody from ever entering the car, because if the door was locked without this lock cap and they were able to jimmy bar that lock cap out, then they could literally pull that door handle out and access the lock from inside the door. So yeah, just make sure that this next step's followed very carefully. So you can see this rod just inside the door here. I'm grabbing it with my pointy nose pliers. That rod has to go back onto this little yellow clip here. Now this is probably the most, takes the most amount of patience part of the job, but look, I'm gonna give it a shot. Basically you use a pair of pointies, hold the bottom of the rod itself, just like that, and then literally, there's no other way, just line it up with the little yellow clip. Okay, so I found the trick is to get like a large flathead screwdriver, put it down that little hole that we exposed with that black cap, and you can actually use that to stop the rod from moving back and forth. Line the rod up, push it in, and then use another little screwdriver just to move that little yellow tag around to lock it in place. Now I'm up to the bit that matters, which would then be to maneuver it inside the door, hoping that it's all going to come together nicely. Right, after playing around with that for a bit, maneuvering it back inside seemed more difficult. I was confused as to why. Then I realized that the way that the screw, that little Torx bit screw works, is a little bit more complicated than I originally expected. Basically, as you're maneuvering that cap back in, tighten with your Torx bit at the same time, and you'll find it all just falls into place all of a sudden, which I'm very happy about. It's starting to annoy me. Right, all done. It was a little bit more complicated than I expected, to be honest. But look, if you follow those steps as I give them, one by one, everything should come together nicely. Guys, before we end the video, I will say, make sure you give us a thumbs up so that we know you appreciate and would like to see this type of content in the future. And if you can, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us keep motivated and keep bringing out these videos for all different types of cars and car parts. If you do have any tips for the next video that we could consider doing, or have a car part that you think that it'd be worth for us to develop at Parts Factory, we can develop it, bring it to market, and you might find that it saves someone else in the future a couple $100 rather than going genuine. Alrighty guys, my name is Lucas Strabs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.